we got Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cody Haddon. I'm super excited for this one, and I also hate this one at the same time. I like both these guys. I don't want to see either one of them lose. I'm like, when they match up certain prospects against each other like this, when they're this young in their careers, I'm like, man, I hate this type of matchup. Because it's like, I like both these guys. I want both these guys to do well. I got to say, though, I'm a Malcolm Wellmaker fan, bro. I'm a huge Malcolm Wellmaker fan. That's my boy. I don't want to see him lose, but at the same time, I really like Cody Haddon. He's a dog out there. He's a beast. People kind of sleep on him. He's not on people's radars like Malcolm Wellmaker is, because Malcolm Wellmaker has these highlight reel knockouts, but Cody Haddon is a dog. But in terms of their recent fights, for Malcolm Wellmaker, we saw Chris Moutinho got put out. We saw Cameron Simon put out bad. In terms of Cody Haddon, now this was the fight he had against, the one on the left is against Dan Argueta, where it was just a back and forth wrestling match, and on the right was against Billy Brandon in the Dana White Contender Series. So he's looked really good. He's the only time that Cody Haddon's lost in his entire career was against Steve Erceg. So other than that, he's not losing. And Steve Erceg's a high-level UFC guy. So very impressive career from him so far. His only loss is against a very high-level guy. Respectable record from Cody Haddon. The one thing that people are forgetting to mention, though, I had to talk about it. The grappling is probably not going to be close. This is my only worry for Malcolm Wellmaker. That's my boy. I don't want to see him get choked out here, but it is a very real possibility. Malcolm Wellmaker is a blue belt in BJJ. Cody Haddon is a black belt. The grappling is not going to be close, and it probably won't be that competitive. If this goes to the ground, it's not going to be good. So that does worry me. I will say I'm a bit worried for the grappling aspect of this fight. Cody Haddon has a lot of submission wins, and I could definitely see him getting the submission win over Malcolm Wellmaker. So I'm worried for my boy Malcolm Wellmaker. I'm a big Malcolm Wellmaker fan. I want to see him do well. So I do have that worry for my boy. I just hate this matchup. I want both these guys to win, but I will say Cody Haddon does have good hands too. He is I put it in my notes. I don't have him up yet. It was one of his recent fights. They were talking about his boxing accolades. He was some junior national champion boxer in Australia. So he has good hands. The thing though, I was watching this fight against David Argueta. The third round comes around. These guys are both a bit tired. He's walking Dan down with his hands completely by his sides. I mean, his hands are completely down. A bit of a showmanship type of a thing, but still, I worry about the defensive striking of Cody Haddon. He could try and make it a bit sweet, a bit entertaining, trying to make it fun. And I could see Malcolm Wellmaker clipping his ass. It could happen, but I feel like he's got to go into this fight knowing, I probably shouldn't fight with my hands down against Malcolm Wellmaker. Probably shouldn't do that. So who knows? This fight could go either way. I could see Malcolm Wellmaker knocking Cody Haddon's ass out cold. I could see Cody Haddon running right through Malcolm Wellmaker, landing a takedown, going to grappling, and submitting Malcolm Wellmaker in the first round. I could see any outcome for this fight. Hopefully it's a draw. No one loses, and we can all live on happily ever after. But I feel like it's a Malcolm probably gets a knockout, or Cody, or it could go to a decision. Maybe the striking's back and forth. Because, Malcolm Wellmaker, if he's going to go for a knockout, he's going to have to land some huge shot. And against a technical guy like Cody Haddon, maybe he wants to play it a bit more safe. Maybe he doesn't want to throw some haymaker. Maybe he just wants to stick to a real popping a jab type of a game plan where he's not really trying to overextend, because the threat of the grappling from Cody Haddon is so prevalent. It's there, you know what I mean? So I do worry about Malcolm Wellmaker and the grappling, but in terms of the pick, I thought the line for Wellmaker was going to be a bit wider, purely because of the TikTok edits and dudes, probably the parlay boys, just throwing Malcolm Wellmaker in every single parlay. I thought he was going to be a minus 200. I thought people were going to disrespect Cody Haddon a bit more. So I was a bit surprised to see the line this tight, but it makes sense. This is how I would line this fight. I mean, you could really even have this as a pick 'em. I'd say even minus 145 Wellmaker is a bit wide. I think it's just the recent highlight reel knockouts that he's had give him that little extra edge, where Cody Haddon just hasn't had that. But very competitive fight. I'm super excited for this one. I guess I'll pick Malcolm Wellmaker for now, but I think it's a pick 'em. Any guy can win this. We will have to see.